We are back. Good evening, welcome. It's Saturday night, it's just gone 7 o'clock, and we're here back with some Fernbus. Thought we'd do this evening to make up for the fact that there wasn't a Fernbus video out on the YouTube channel this week. Apologies for that. Also a bit lacking in some OMSI this week. The last couple of OMSI videos didn't quite make it, so we'll start with some Fernbus this evening and then maybe move on to some OMSI after that. We'll see how things go. So here we are then, back in good old Fernbus. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been in this Friday between those two, and then possibly something new, and obviously still me live on a Saturday night. I want to try and drop the content back just slightly, just so I can try and work on improving that content for you, rather than that has been in the last few weeks, trying to rush out content that I wasn't completely happy with. Hashtag Armour 3. Yeah, that shouldn't really go on the channel, should it? But time to load this. There we go. So here we are then, the good old Skyliner with a few passengers waiting, which is rather nice to see. So let's get on board. I do miss this thing. Okay, so set ourselves in the driver's seat, reset track IR, make sure that's all working. Yes, it is. We'll pop the ignition on and then start it up. There we go. Go down to our menus here. So we'll turn additional batteries. We don't need to turn those on. We don't know what it does. Wi-Fi on, kitchen clearance on. We'll wait for it. Restroom clearance on. Do you hear that? Reading light clearance on. Passenger light downstairs on. Passenger light upstairs on. Announcement we won't play just yet. Passenger monitors on so they can see where we're going next. And then air conditioning on, that they like somewhere around 23 degrees. So that's that done. We'll activate our destination display. Dusseldorf via Hamburg and Bremen. We will then get out of our seat, wander outside, open up our confuser. So we're expecting 10 passengers from here. Oh, we've got to take a 15-minute break in the middle there. That could be interesting. So let's get our first passenger on board.
Hat der Bus keinen Gepäckraum?
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, good reminder. Open luggage compartment. There we go. I'll come back to you again. Now you've got rid of it. Oh, you got your phone in your hand. That's rather nice.
Salut, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
You're going to Düsseldorf. That's handy. I'm going there.
Ciao.
Yeah, bye. What about you?
Hello, bin ich hier richtig?
You're going to Hamburg? So am
Vielen
I.
Dank.
Not a problem. You?
Hello, bitte sehr.
You're going to Frankfurt Airport? No.
Ich wohl verfahren.
Yep, you've made a mistake. What about you?
Servus, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
You're going to Bremen. That's good. I'm going to Bremen. About you with the nice hat.
Servus, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
The ticket, here you go. You're going to Düsseldorf. Yep, that's good.
Auf geht's.
Yeah, they got there's been a new update as well. I'll talk about that in a minute with HDR
Grüezi, hier ist mein Ticket.
on. You're going to Hamburg,
Danke sehr.
and I think HDR's. I've got it set at auto at the moment.
Ist das gültig?
You're going to Bremen. Yep, that's good.
Dankeschön.
It seems to be a little bit bright.
Hello, hier mein Ticket.
Here's your ticket. You're going to Hamburg.
Vielen Dank.
That's very good. So am I.
Grüezi, mein Ticket.
You're going to Düsseldorf.
Vielen Dank.
Yeah, not a problem at all. What about you over here?
Mahlzeit. Bitte sehr.
You're going to Hamburg.
Danke sehr.
Not a problem.
Grüezi, hier mein Ticket.
You're going to Düsseldorf. Yeah, and you want to go to the airport where I'm not going. Shut that door. Okay. Let's get back on board. Sit ourselves down and we can shut that door. Like so. Okie dokie, reset track out again. So bring up our little computer thing, set the time to a minute before departure. We want to do, there we go. Okay, so brake, into gear. I need the parking brake on for a moment. Okay. And then we'll do this.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zu Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
So yeah, by finally managing to set off, we're about 30 kilometers away from where we were.
Haben Sie nicht das Tempolimit gesehen?
No, I didn't actually notice the speed limit whatsoever. Yeah, let me out, thank you. So 217k to go to Hamburg then, which isn't the longest leg of this journey. The last one, Bremen to Düsseldorf, is going to be the longest leg. But thought doing these little motorway hops might give you a chance to read a bit of chat, just as chat appears. Jack Mullin, good evening Jack, how we doing? Bit of Fernbus to start the evening, Jack. Hope you're doing okay. So yeah, 200k to go, Hamburg, and I don't think it's that far then between Hamburg and Bremen, so that bit should be okay. And then say a bit of a long haul then from Bremen to Düsseldorf. Hopefully don't get too many catastrophes along the way, too many road closures, but you never know, this is Fernbus after all. Just our luck, as we're taking that main chunk of a road all the way down, that one of those sections is bound to be shut. What bus are we in today? It's the Skyliner, of course. Which, if I can stay on the road, has to be the Skyliner. That wasn't easy. With the world's vaguest steering. So yeah, this is going to be a complete contrast to actually the next 2 days of streams are going to be pretty much motorway themed, I think. Tonight, obviously, Fernbus. Tomorrow night is ETS2 MP because it's a bank holiday. 2 streams this weekend. So a bit of Euro Truck tomorrow night. Hopefully multiplayer. Getting a few people to join. Starting out in Aberdeen, up in Scotland at 7 PM. I'm going to all try and get jobs heading to London. And then the plan is to go from London to Paris, and maybe Paris to possibly Munich or Berlin or something, and then head up. We'll see how the evening goes tomorrow. But tonight, before we get there, it's Fernbus. Yeah, with the world's vaguest steering. If I had to turn the wheel that much in any normal vehicle, I'd be crashing by now, just to try and keep it in lane. Yeah, but a few so HDR bloom tweak, it does seem quite bright. I've got it set to auto, because that was just in this week's update, but literally configured it just before the stream started. Yeah, it's actually been planned out this time. Well, sort of planned out. Oh, you mean tomorrow night's ETS2 MP stream? Yeah, there's a plan. So if you're joining us, Jack, get yourself to Aberdeen. and then I'll put another post out on Google Plus tomorrow morning, say that if everyone can get there, and then try and get a job going to London, then what we'll do is
Wenn Sie wollen, dass uns schlecht wird, dann haben Sie es gleich geschafft.
we're going to try and see if we can get the CB radio part of ETS2MP working. So we can actually, although I'll also be streaming, problem is if anyone's listening to the stream and trying to chat to each other isn't going to work, because there's going to be a delay of at least sort of 10-15 seconds in the stream. But and trying to get everyone in Discord will just be a nightmare, I think.
Fahren Sie eigentlich so schnell?
So I think the plan is for those that actually want to chat, we might see how the CB radio thing works. So I might even, depending on how this stream goes this evening, I might even after the stream tonight jump on ETS2MP and have a play around with that myself. Just so we have a bit of a plan.
Haben Sie nicht das Tempolimit gesehen?
Yeah, I'm only just speeding. Alright, so 140k to go till Hamburg. Following another Flixbus coach in front of us. Hopefully he's not going to Hamburg, because that would be, well, he could be coming from somewhere else, I suppose. Hamburg straight on. Oh, Mr. Volvo is going for the overtake. It does say I can go straight on here. Yeah, to the length, so straight on we go. Yeah, actually, yesterday evening, my truck was where I left off from the last stream, actually where I was with Just Jack. My truck was in Felixstowe, I think, and then took a job to Newcastle and then up to Aberdeen, where I realised when I got there that I could have just teleported. So I actually drove from Felixstowe to Aberdeen last night. Then to tomorrow night, drive all the way back down again. Was that a flash then? Did I just get done for speeding? I couldn't have been. 100k limit, it's all good. Things certainly have improved quite a bit in this game over the last few updates. It is getting better and better and better. The AI don't seem to be as derpy. I'm still need to find out where it's me that's having force feedback problems, because it does seem very, very vague. Like the wheel's facing the wrong way now, which it shouldn't be. Just try and get myself straight again. I really must look at that. 108k to go. I'll look around the coach as well when we get to our first stop, just in case anyone's watching that hasn't seen it before. Wow, that seems a bit of a lane change.
Ich dachte, hier darf man nicht so schnell fahren.
Yeah, got some lights on, I suppose. It's quite nice how the windscreen's a bit dirty as well. I quite like that. Haven't noticed that before. Alright, 94k to go. Frame rate's taking a bit of a drop. down to sort of mid 40s, which it is a bit frame hungry, this game. Normally, even when Fernbus is dropping frames, or even we had Train Sim the other week, that although it wasn't playing in many frames, OBS managed to keep up with it, but OBS is actually struggling to keep this at 60 FPS, so hopefully it's not too jittery for you to watch. Right, straight on here towards Hamburg. I don't like those lane changes. That is really, really strange. That's the one thing. But that is how they are in Germany, having never driven in Germany. But the fact that just the outside lane just all of a sudden merges to the next lane, so everyone has to swerve over one, does seem a bit dangerous to me. Could just be me though. But it's quite handy the way they come on in two lanes though, is whether that's why they do it. It's another one here, look. Between the outside lane, all of a sudden you've got to leap across a lane, whereas to me, they just make the outside lane merge in. But hey, it obviously works. Oop. Okay, 65k. Shouldn't go back over that lane, can I? No, I can't, so I've got to come back out again. We'll come back out again. Hamburg, Bremen, straight on. I'm going to get the VW van. See, he's got it. It's just, I just don't like them. And then I get stuck. Again, ETS2 does that, doesn't it? If you're driving along, your lane will just disappear. If you're on the inside lane, you'll be forced to take the exit. So I'm guessing the signs would be a lot better to tell you, you know, this lane is to go here only, that lane is to go straight on. But it could be just me, just not looking at the signs properly, I guess. Another one of the city lane merge things here. I'll just stick to that lane. There we go. Didn't quite kill anybody. $43k to go. Every time I play this game, I just find it so relaxing because of all these long motorway bits. So yeah, the steering is a bit woolly, to say the least. Normally you'd have a bit more force feedback, so you should be turning it, you know, sort of there, but you've got to turn like 90 degrees just to stay in your lane. Obviously this is a, you know, a true representation of the G27 as well, so it's not just the fact that I'm not turning the wheel that much. G27 is set to 900 degrees, so the wheel is actually pretty much upside down for me now, just to come off the lane. Right, merging motorways. Hamburg straight on. 23k to go. Right, so we've got to turn right at the roundabout up here, so I'll stay in this lane. I thought a truck was going to pull into me then. Wow, that was a sharp turning. Turn right here. Without...
Darum soll man sich also anschneiden.
Yeah, slightly light accident. Didn't realise the brakes for that. It could be me, I just didn't brake in time. The front of this thing should be all caved in now, really, shouldn't it? Doesn't this thing look good, though? Really, really does. You can even see the screens if you look inside. I'll get the angle right. Yeah, there you can see the screen. Display screens. It does look properly good. Quite like the fact it's got tinted windows as well. And it is, of course, as it says there, a bonus to arrive alive when you travel with Sims and Stuff travel. Wow, he chucked that round that corner, didn't he? We were due here at 10:42. It's 9:50. We're going to be pretty much 50 minutes early, and that's pretty good going. Considering I wasn't, well, I was speeding a little bit, but right, straight over this one. That was green, definitely green. I would have been more of a hazard if I would have stopped there. Don't run in the back of the same truck twice. That wouldn't be professional. Hit him once, exchange insurance details, go around the corner, run into him again. I bet that's happened in the past. But two people are in an accident, driven around the corner and crash into each other again. Would you file a separate claim, or will you just increase the damage on the first one? So yeah, we drove the Man Lions coach last time, and it's quite nice to be back in the Skyliner again. It does look really, really smart. But you can see on the dash loop, we've got that HDR bloom effect is on. I'll actually try going into the settings when we stop here and see if I can actually might as well do it now. Forever the professional. So we've got gamma, we've got bloom, see. Oh God, if we take it halfway, roughly. So we've got all this stuff now. It's like, whoa. That improve things? I don't know if it has improved things. Doesn't look much different. Dash is slightly less shiny. Let's take it all the way off. Get rid of it all together. There we go. So it doesn't look as colourful outside now. Don't know, we'll leave it off. Yeah, red light doesn't look as... Oh, wrong one. That one. So I should turn it back on. See, I can play with these settings, so you don't have to. Right, where are we going? We've got to go round in a circle by the looks of things down here. Yeah, it does make a difference. It actually looks a lot... I don't know. Looks too bleached. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going in here. Where in here though? Around there? be quite nice. That's pull into one of these parking bays, really, wouldn't it? And I bet my stop. Oh, it is in here. Good choice, wasn't it? Okay, we'll stop there, like so. Okay, let everybody off. Let me just change that balloon again. Put it back up. Zinc. Resolution, view distance, anti-aliasing high. Post processing, shadow quality high, material quality high. Okay, so that makes a difference. Okay, so I better get myself off. See. Probably map that to a thing, shouldn't I? Oh, behind the pillar. There's a pillar there, people. Watch out for the pillar. Open that door, just to confuse them. And you are first.
Mahlzeit. Bin ich hier richtig?
You're going to Bremen?
Dankeschön.
That's good, so am I.
Grüezi, ist das gültig?
You're going to Dusseldorf? Yep,
Vielen Dank.
I am as well, surprisingly. Where are you?
Hello, mein Ticket.
You're going to Erfurt. Can you not read the front? Do you not read? Reading? Nope.
Menno.
Yeah, exactly. Nice hat.
Ich würde gerne ein Ticket kaufen.
You want to buy a ticket to Bremen. Have you not heard of the internet or online? Have you not got a phone? No? How are you going to pay me? I haven't told your price
Ciao.
yet. You've not got a smartphone. How can you not have a smartphone?
Ciao, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
You're going to Dusseldorf. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, apparently so. You just got off the thing, so you're going the wrong place.
Mahlzeit. Bin ich hier richtig?
You're going to Dusseldorf.
Danke sehr.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Hello, hier ist mein Ticket.
You're going to Dusseldorf. That's
Vielen
fine.
Dank.
What you stood in? You used to very. Oh no, there you go.
Guten Tag, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
You're going to
Sehr
Bremen.
freundlich.
Yeah, and finally,
Mahlzeit. Hier mein Ticket.
you're going to Bremen as
Dankeschön.
well. So these are all people that got off, and she has got confused as to where she wants to go. Close that. This will close that one there. Climb back on board. Sit thee down. Reset the doofer. Shut that door. Okay, advance the thingy to a minute before the thingy. I didn't click start ride last time, did I? I'm sure I didn't. Oh well. Yeah, because it's not thing. Damn it, I didn't click start ride. Anybody remind me? Okay, so now we do that.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zu Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas, and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Okay then, so I've actually just looked at my playback, and it's about a minute behind, which before, okay, I'm in the wrong lane. It was about 10 seconds behind. I've never seen it delayed by that much before. As I'm talking now, on the playback, I'm just getting in the coach. Wow. Okay, that's not good. When I started to stream, there was only about about 10 seconds in it. I haven't dropped any frames. I don't know why it would suddenly drop back that far. Unless it's my browser's buffering, of course. Could be. Right, so we've got to go left here, and 152k to go to Bremen. Then it's to Dusseldorf. Final stop. At that point, we'll decide whether we're going to carry on and do something else, or do more of this, or we'll end the stream. A little bit of a way to go yet, though. Not even halfway. Yeah, I do like driving this. Hopefully there's some more add-ons, and it'd be awesome to get sort of modding available. I know that was one of the things on TML's wish list, was to have some modability to the game.
Sind Sie gerade geblitzt worden?
I think certainly map mods will be the key thing. And vehicles. Although it's great having these 3 different coaches, I think having a variety of vehicles available is one of those things, again, a bit like with OMSI, that just makes the game more and more playable. Okay, so I'll have to go out there, aren't I? Or my lane disappears on me. Definitely don't like these strange lanes. Okay, 138. Oh gosh, even then I was in the wrong lane. 138k to go then, 136k to go then to Bremen. And then it's the long leg down to Dusseldorf. I think that's probably going to be about 300k based on the first 2 legs. Oh my god. Yeah. You just dither along in the outside lane. That's absolutely fine. Straight on, we've got to go out here then. This is so strange. confuses me enough in ETS2 with the lane thing, getting in the outside lane. But this as well, it's like, yikes. I suppose I'm used to driving in the UK where we don't have that. The 3 lanes of your motorway or 2 lanes of your motorway carry on and you have a slip road off. Or the road will split in 2. So, you know, 2 lanes will be going left, 2 lanes will be going straight. You don't have all this bumps on the outside thing. Where roads go to 4 lanes, which they do sometimes up steep hills, then you'll get plenty of warning that that 4th lane will disappear and it just merges with the 3rd lane. Not every single lane moves over. Because to me, it seems a really, really strange idea. Perhaps, you know, the Germans must get used to it. If you are watching this and you are from Germany or driven in Germany, it'd be great to leave a comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. Is that how the roads actually are? Do you have that bump in the outside lane and then all the lanes move over? I don't know why I was sat off centre there. It's like driving on a lean. Okay, 95k. Now we've got to park here. We've got to take a 15-minute break. Yeah, which is telling us to do. Don't think any choice in the matter. Was it a police check as well? I think it's a police check as well. Okay, driver license, yeah, vehicle documents, yeah, light, yeah, hazard triangle, yeah, reflective vest, yeah, strapped passengers, yeah, tachograph. Hang on, that's changed. Strapped passengers, that should be all passengers wearing seatbelts. I'm sure that changed. Right, now I've got to take a break. Have a Kit Kat. Other chocolate bars are available. Right, we'll pull in here and take our 15-minute break. I'll take a break. Driver is required to exit the coach. Okay. Well, should it? Okay, no, it's fine. I'll get off and stand out here. So no one else gets off. They're thinking, where the heck's the driver going? There we go. Break taken. Hang on, I've got to check the passengers in now. Oh, here we go. I haven't done this before. 1. I've got to shoot the passengers. 2. 3. Even tells you their names. That's quite cool. I'm looking for 14. You've got a chance to go upstairs. 4. Okay. 5. 6. 7. All those together. 8. Shoot in the back of the head. 9. 10. 11. Okay, hang on. 12. 13. We've got one missing. No, we've already got her. Got you. We were missing. Okay. Let's try back downstairs then. Did I miss one? $14. Okay, so we've got our passengers. That's quite cool. I like that. Alright, sit yourself back down. Shut that door. Shut that door. I'll set the gear into neutral. Okay.
Gibt es hier keine Heizung?
Okay. I'm moaning about the air conditioning because it's too cold. That's because the engine was off. Okay, so now I need to... Or carry on in it. It's not a route. Okay. I don't need to play an announcement thing, do I? Because I've already played that. That was quite cool. Checking passengers in. I like that. Bit of target practice en route. Right, 11:48. We're due at 13:19. Actually, I think I've got the times the other way around on the first part of this. Okay, 83k to go. To Bremen, and after Bremen, it's Dusseldorf, and then that will be that. It was the colour of the inside of this thing changing. I think it's because it's getting a bit more cloudy outside. That's quite cool. Still haven't yet had to refuel one of these. Even when myself and Tux did the dual stream, which was from the north or south of the map to the north of the map, never actually had to refuel. So perhaps it should be a case of, which I suppose a normal coach wouldn't do. You wouldn't. Driver wouldn't pull over halfway through the journey and oh my god, that was close, and refuel.
Ja, jetzt noch Flügel und wir heben ab.
Yeah, we probably will take off. If I'm speeding, so's the guy in front. Wow.
Was geht denn hier ab?
Yeah, I hit the barrier apparently. Well, now he's decided to slow down. No, it's all good. $60k to go. Before we get to Bremen. Yeah, I do really like this coach. So the other ones are nice. It was quite nice in the last video to drive the Lions coach again, but it's just, I don't know, the quality feels a lot better. It's nice being able to wander around upstairs like we did before. There's a long old set of roadworks, this one. Come on then. This is one of the things actually that it updated in the last update. In the news section, it was actually a section of the road that previously was under repair was now open. So I do really like the fact that, like this here, they're building a new section of road. So in a future update, they'll complete that. So you won't go through, you can do the same route again and you won't go through those roadworks. That's pretty cool. Right, now does this road do the thing now? Have I got to get in a lane on the opposite side of the motorway or something? No, we're looking all good. Okay. 39k to go. Overtake this guy, let's go past him. Yeah, still can't wait though for the next project that TML are working on, the next bus simulator, which as I've said numerous times before, is going to have a multiplayer aspect to it. I really do like the idea of that. I have posted some pictures on the Google Plus page in the past, some screenshots from the game, and hopefully out this year. So that is going to be pretty good. Right, got to come off here to Bremen, 21k to go. Surprised any, if that had been Omzi, they'd have complained about going around that corner too fast. Right, and right here, it means I can avoid the traffic lights. See, at times in this, there seems to be too much AI, and other times, like here, there isn't enough. Doesn't feel as though you're travelling on the roads with anybody else. I'll brave it and go to this lane, because I know we've got to turn right 2 junctions up. I'm speeding, they're going to complain about any second now, probably. We're going to catch the lights as well. This is a 70k speed limit through a town. Oh no, 50 now. I say through a town centre. It's like, wow. Do you notice that? They've actually already got bus stops modelled right around parked there. So this map, or the default parts of this map, could already easily lend themselves to be a bus sim. And wouldn't this be brilliant, driving a bus sim in this sort of level of detail? Wow, that would be good. Nope, that one, that one. There we go. Pick a button. Right, turn right here with 6k from our stop at Bremen. Then we'll mosey on down to Düsseldorf. And then decide there if we're going to carry on streaming, or I'll end the stream and then jump onto some ETS2 for myself. Not that one. This one. Oh, this is where it's at the very loud. Oh, I don't like this stop. I shouldn't have come here, should I? This is where the sound of the highway just drowns out. Okay, so I'll apologise now. What I might have to do is turn the game volume down for this, because when you're outside the coach, previously it's all you could hear was the highway, and couldn't hear anything else. So maybe I'll have to turn the game volume down for this stop. You can hear it now. We're inside the coach. Should really report that back to TML. Okay. I'll leave the indicator on. I'll open the doors. Hopefully, yeah. Get outside. Get off. Okay, so you're hopefully going to
Moin, ich hoffe, ich bin
Düsseldorf. Yay, that's where I'm going. Where are you?
Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket. Auf geht's.
Yeah, I'm not out of gates, but okay.
Mahlzeit, ist das gültig?
Yeah, it's valid. Not a problem at all. You get on board. Enjoy the journey.
Bitte sehr.
Yeah, you're going there as well. You're stood behind.
Bin ich hier richtig?
Yeah, you are right there. Sorry, were you? Sorry, I'm a bit rude of me that, wasn't it? You're going to sort of. Yeah, that's fine.
Tag, Fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Yeah, I'm more concerned about...
Oh,
Oh,
jetzt wäre ich fast
woman
in den
stood in the...
falschen Bus eingestiegen. Toll, bitteschön. Auf geht's.
I was distracted by the woman stood in the concrete down there. Oh, I just nearly sold an invalid ticket then, didn't I? It's just you over here. Down there.
Guten Tag. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Ciao.
Is that it? Yeah. Close that. Close that. You just sit and look at your phone through the tape. Oh, okay. Close that door. Go. So Düsseldorf Bahnhof. Start ride and do that.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zu Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong there, AD. If you've been travelling from this coach from Rostock to Düsseldorf, that's the third time you've heard that announcement in English and German. Don't forget. See, I think you would get pretty fed up with it after a while. Right, 200. I don't like these junctions. 287 kilometres to go to Düsseldorf, where we're due at 17:10. I don't think again I changed the time thing, did I, to a minute before departure. I'm not doing very well at this. It's like mind the gap times 1,000. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap. Imagine how fed up tube workers must get of that. The train every, what, 3 minutes? 2 minutes? And every time you get mind the gap. Umpteen, well, 3 or 4 times? Wow, how many times an hour do they hear? Mind the gap. And I bet there's some of them that have actually got it as a ringtone or something, or a text tone. It would be quite good though if I know Omzi's got his auto announcers on some stops. I bet they hear it in their sleep. Yeah, would it be good if it's something like that on when you got on board the bus at each stop? You know, welcome aboard this whatever number we are. Oh, I'm gonna crash into someone. Yeah, welcome aboard this number 1 service going to the town centre via
Warum fahren Sie eigentlich so schnell?
blah 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 blah. That'd be quite cool to have in Omzi. But again, you'd get fed up with that. Similar thing for anybody, I suppose, that's listening to something repetitively. People work in theme parks. That have to do, you know, hear the announcements or hear the music. You know, you go to Alton Towers theme park and you hear the music as you're walking around. You're going, la la la, that's nice music. Poor member of staff has been stood at that one ride all day near that one speaker playing that same song. Welcome aboard the number 72. Rimwoods is serving a keg of beer at the back. Yes, it's been a few months since that happened. That was Christmas. That was the Mallorca map, wasn't it? That was brilliant. Okay, driving license. Yep, still got that. Vehicle documents. I haven't lost them. Lights. One might be a bit smashed. Has a triangle. That's still there. Reflective vest. Yeah, I'm wearing it. Strap passengers. 16 out of 16. And tacho is working. And off we go again. It's a shame as well you didn't get penalised for like having some of those. There is an economy mode coming to the game, so there will be an economy system, so you will earn as a driver money, and there are much more details about what that money be used for, but it'd be awesome, like which I have mentioned in the forums, I think, if you started with an old coach, so you bought a coach basically second hand, X 100,000 miles on the clock, and a bit like in ETS2, that if you wanted to buy your own coach, you have to pay for it. So you would then keep driving enough to earn money. The more money you earn, you go towards your own coach, get your own coach, you earn more money, you can buy another coach, hire a driver that works, or like a subcontractor that works for you. Something like that would be really, really good in this. And again, we just open up those avenues to make you want to play it. Because you could think of this like ETS2, really, that you're picking up a load, passengers, taking it to another place, dropping them off, picking up more passengers, taking it to another place. It is like ETS2. For me, it'd be nice to have, although coaches aren't manual nowadays, but nice to be able to change gear. It really needs a company system, but they said they wouldn't do it as it's Fernbus. Yeah, well, they'd say, I've heard that there is an economy system coming. But I think what they may end up doing is putting it in this after they release the next bus game, because that will have an economy system in. I'd like destination, like hotels perhaps at the coast, amusement parks, etc. Yeah, rather than just going to a town. That'd be good. So you do a day trip to a theme park, or yeah, the coast, like I went to. The wrong coast, but well, yes, you'd have a school trip, so you'd have multiple stops in each town that you could start from. You could start from the bus station. You could start from the destination place, so if there's a hotel, you could start from a school, which things like that wouldn't be much to implement. It's only a case of adding some new scenery objects. We've been able to take a school trip to a theme park, and then you get there, you drop them off at 10 a.m. And then pick them up again at 2 p.m. and bring them back. They can pick up a full load from a school and go to a zoo. Yeah, hopefully some will get eaten by lions. So you have to count them back on to make sure, you know, little Johnny isn't missing. That's a really good idea. I'll have to, if I can remember that, I'll have to pass that on to TML. But again, that's not a big change. Adding more than one stop in a town, I don't think is a big thing. Because you haven't necessarily got to model a school, have you? You've just got to model a place that it's a building. And a zoo could just be a piece of scenery with the word zoo outside. You'd never see the inside of the zoo. You're just pulling up to a car park that just says zoo. Or, you know, amusement world or something. Or the coast would just be a beach. But again, something like that would make the game really, really interesting, I think. There has been talk as well in the forums about you know, schedules and timetables. So again, a bit like OMSI, where you would actually do a realistic route. So you can choose then to drive the 2 o'clock from Hamburg to Bremen.
Haben Sie nicht das Tempolimit gesehen?
Getting anything monkeys on your coach or a lion like on the buses. Yes. Showing your age there, AD. So yeah, it'd be nice to be able to jump in and go, right, I want to do a route from here to here. What routes are there available? Oh look, I can take the 12 o'clock from Frankfurt Airport to this. I've made a suggestion. It'd be quite good to have so I've got 3 coaches technically, which is all there are, in my 3 Sims and Stuff skins. But it'd be really nice if when I got out of this coach, it remembered the mileage on the tacho over there on the left, and then when I got back in again, the mileage was the same. The fuel was the same when I got out, next time I got back in. So that would actually carry on. So if you left it with a quarter tank of fuel, next job you did, either be it straight away today or in a week's time, you decided to use this coach again, it had that fuel in. Or even like with ETS2, where you leave your truck somewhere, with this, wherever you left your coach last time is where it is this time. So if you did the last run to Hamburg, next time you start the game, your coach is in Hamburg. So you've got to drive it from Hamburg. Again, that makes you want to, so if you're going to do the map like I did when I first played it, I went from, from town to town. So you'd have to pay for a service after X amount of miles. Exactly. So you'd have to earn money, and then you'd have something come up where you'd have to take it to the garage where you can start the game from. You'd have to take it to a garage, and then park in a box, and it will cost you X for the service. And if you didn't get it serviced, your coach is going to break down. Little things like that, I think, would make this game a lot more playable, a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? So you want to spend a lot more time playing it. At the moment, you know, having this new coach, yeah, has opened it up. But I've been into every town in the map. I haven't driven every road. That could be something next for me to do. But something else to make you want to re-drive around all these roads again, like we just discussed there, in different vehicles or doing day trips or something else would would just lengthen the game. I suppose in this game you're driving for Fernbus, so they pay. Yeah, you're not a subcontractor. You're driving for Flixbus, is the coach company. So a bit like when you drive for National Express or Stagecoach, they pay all the servicing. They just pay you to drive their coach. But if initially then you were driving their coach, they pay you, but you want to have your own coach, surely. So you would then buy a second-hand coach. You've got to have it in their livery, I'm guessing, although I can have my Sims and Stuff skin on it. But technically you want to let passengers know that you drive is a proper legitimate Flixbus coach. But then it's your coach, so they're paying you to do that journey. So it's a service they've got to provide. So say they pay you, I don't know, £1,000 to do the journey from Bremen to Düsseldorf. You then have got to pay for the fuel. You've got to pay for the running of the coach, and you've got to pay the driver's wages out of that £1,000. They get the ticket revenue, so it's down to them to make sure that the ticket revenue covers that £1,000 that they're paying you. So it does build an economy system into the game. So the more passengers you get on board may not affect what you're earning. You would get a set price for that journey. You could be self-employed with your own coach, I guess. Exactly. But you'd be driving for Flixbus. Different if you were only earning money from the amount of passengers that you had on the coach, because now I've got 16 passengers. I can't see that being profitable. So this leg of this journey, I'm probably not making money, which is why they do look at the profitability of journeys. But if you were just getting a set fee, oh, he's going to crash into me. No, he's not. If you were getting a set fee, so this journey pays this much, and then it's easier then from the game point of view to go, right, okay, a bit like when you're taking it back to ETS2 again, you get so much for taking that cargo from point A to point B. In this, you would get so much for taking that coach from point A to point B, and out of it comes your running costs. So in the same thing, the more fuel efficient you get, so as you level up,
Also so eilig habe ich es jetzt auch nicht.
technically then the less money using fuel. Or would you then want to go for a more fuel efficient coach? If the routes you're taking weren't carrying many passengers, would you want to drive this Skyliner? You perhaps then look at how many people were booked on... Oh, blimey.
Was war das?
Yeah, he drove into me. You then perhaps have to look at how many people were booked on a particular journey before you decided which coach you took. So would that mean you'd have to have several different types of coaches? Or take a minibus? Exactly. So if you knew that you only had 16 people booked on this whole journey, different slightly I suppose because they can book tickets at a stop. So you'd have to have, say, a 10%, what's what I'm looking for? 10% variance. So if you knew you had 16 people booked, and yeah, chances are you might get one or two more that want to pay you on the door, as it were, you would only take a small minibus that holds 20 people, which means you're still covering the journey. You're then getting to drive a different vehicle, so you drive your little minibus, and then you would earn more money because you're using a more fuel efficient vehicle. If you had a school party booked where you're taking 80 school kids somewhere, you take the Skyliner. If you're doing a regular big run into a city, you may take the Man Lions coach. Something like that would just, I think, it just make this game so much more interesting. Where you'd have to decide which vehicle you took based on the passengers that could be waiting. And you may have to think, well, actually, I haven't got much money. Oh, I can't take that coach because it needs a service. So if I put too many miles on that one, I'm going to have to service it, and I haven't really got the money for that because I've just bought a new minibus. So I better take that coach. And yeah, it's slightly less fuel efficient, but it's the price I pay. So you'd have to almost juggle your vehicles as to which one. Oh, for God's sake.
Ich kenne Taxifahrer, die besser fahren als Sie.
Yeah, he's just driving into me constantly. Yeah, all right. Yep. Yeah, so there could be a lot that could be done with not just this game, I suppose, but even with the new bus sim that comes out. Things like that could be really, really good. Right, so I need to decide what I'm doing when I get here. Because I've only been streaming an hour and 20 minutes. And the journey I planned is nearly over in 60k. Road rage. Yeah, what, me or him? Right. Why is he braking like that? I'm going to drive into him now, aren't I? I was only saying earlier that the AI seems to be getting better in this game. Yeah, lots of ideas, lots of things on the wish list. I wonder, it'd be interesting to see how much more work TML are going to put into this game. They have said that there's still a couple of years worth of plans for it. So it'd be nice to see more vehicles and maybe even more map. Be quite cool. And then, yeah, in economy mode. Don't think there's been talk of a multiplayer. Modding should be available before the release of the next game, apparently. So this year. So within the next 6 months, I would have thought. So as soon as modding's available, again, I'm not sure. You know, for me, this game is actually the most popular on my channel, although I don't play it enough. So there is a community of people out there that really, really like it, and I really, really like it. But is there a community of modders? I don't think it's got the same level as of commitment and fans as OMSI, because look at the content for OMSI, that's just immense. And certainly got nowhere near the level of fans as ETS2. So it depends on what sort of modding community there is out there. Things like this, though, as I've always said with ETS2, when you've got the Pro Mods map, you know, the level of detail and work that goes, and the addition it gives you as a game, I'd be more than happy to pay for Pro Mods. More than happy. I'd be happy to pay 20 quid, the same price of a decent add-on for Pro Mods. So if a decent modding community came out for this and went, yeah, we've done another 1,000 square miles of map north of Germany or into Holland or something, south of Germany into Belgium, but it's going to cost you 15 quid. Here's a little preview of what the quality is like. It looks exactly the same. You won't notice a difference, a bit like in ETS2. It'll be seamless. It's 15 quid. Most fans would go, yeah, for the playability I'm going to get out of it, I'll pay for that. Yeah, 20 quid if you get all updates free. Well, exactly. So if Pro Mods did that for ETS2, you pay 20 quid and any upgrades they did to it, as they do, you get that free. So it's a one-off lifetime fee. You buy it once and you... Same with this. So even if TML did, you know, which I know SCS aren't doing, but if TML went and said, we are going to give you in the next 2 years support for the game, you're going to get another, I don't know, say 3 more coaches, and we're going to give you and we're going to quadruple the size of the map. In order to do that, here's the first section of map, but you give us 20 quid and you will get the next 2 bits of map and the next 3 coaches or all 4 coaches free. Most people will go, well, yeah, that's 2 years worth of gameplay I've got there, and these are release dates. Every 3 months you'll get something new, so every 12 weeks. And there's a lot of work. It's easy for me to sit here and go, well, they can do that, surely. But
Warum fahren Sie eigentlich so schnell?
things like that, yeah, I'd put my hand in pocket. SCS were working on coaches. They were. they were working on Coach Simulator, which I think is why TML picked up the baton. And one of the reasons why as well, this was released before it was ready, because they were trying to get this out there before SCS did theirs. Which is why it's only now at a point where it's actually really, really playable. Shame, because SCS certainly had the infrastructure there, and the map's still there. In some towns in ETS2 there are bus stops and bus stations and stuff, so it was all there. And they were working on licenses, because it was going to be a separate game using the same map, which again I think would have been brilliant and would have taken off, because you could have used the same pro mods maps. There would have been people doing maps for it, people would have modded buses and coaches. It would have been fantastic. Euro Coach Simulator, whatever he's going to call it. But TML have taken the baton. This is really, really good as a game, really enjoyable. And the next project, I think, will just be one step higher. Will be really, really good. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see what's going to come out in the next 12 months as far as Sims are concerned. And I think it's all going to be about buses and coaches. Not even anything on the rumour mill at all from SCS about ETS3. That's not even mentioned. No news that I've seen or heard about any future map expansions for ETS2. I haven't even bothered getting Vive la France because you've got pro mods. Don't really need it. American Truck Sim, I think they dropped a huge error in that game, in just this time scale between states. Yeah, I read a post the other day that it's going to be what, another 20 years I think it is, at the rate they're going, before you'll have all the states done. No one's going to be playing that in 20 years time. I can't see ETS3 for a few years. No, exactly. New pro mods needs Vive la France. Good thing I haven't got pro mods in. I'm running stock ETS2 at the moment. Anyway, right, there we go. His passengers there. Give them a luggage, I suppose. There we are. Have your luggage and bugger off. Or just have your luggage and stand there. Either one. Right, so let's sit ourselves back down in the middle behind the steering wheel. Will be quite nice. Shut that door. Right, what I think I might do now is press that button. Okay, let's turn the engine off. See how badly we did. And then I might do another journey, but in the other coach. Okay, so passengers transported 26 out of 26. Tickets sold 1 out of 1. Invalid tickets, yeah, I did sell 1 invalid ticket, didn't I? Stops completed 4 out of 4. Contact with Central 2 out of 3. I didn't start the ride, that's what that means. Refueling, no, did not run out of fuel, that was fine. Drove 699k. Scheduled arrival, yes. Scheduled departure, yes. I was on schedule. Resting quality was fine, I took a break. Didn't lose any passengers. Always a good thing. Restroom clearance was fine. Reading light clearance was fine. Wi-Fi clearance was fine. Passenger compartment lighting was fine. Air conditioning 94%. Announcement played 3 out of 3. Gaz had just written an essay. Also, I think it's very unfair to use the current output rate to determine future, as they're still in a small company just begin to expand. That said, I doubt very much I'll even try to cover most of the states. They haven't managed it with Europe yet. Yeah, that's just what I read, that at the current rate it would take till 20 years. But is it going to carry on? And yeah, ETS2 is only still going, I think, because of mods, because of pro mods. and whatever the other one is. The one that isn't Pro Mods, which I've never used. Right, maintain driving time 100%. Maintain work time was okay. Properties damaged, just 2. I didn't injure any pedestrians. I had 4 accidents. Rust map. No, there's the other one. Is Pro Mods, and because one won't work with the other. Pro Mods works with Rust maps. So I've got that as far as I had it as far as Moscow. But there's the other one, the competitor to Pro Mods. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, radar control 2. Drove on the road. TSM, that's the one. Yeah, thanks, Gaz. Drove on the road 100% of the time. Braking misbehaviour was none. Steering misbehaviour just once. Curbstones hit 1. Speed limits maintained 94% of the time. And the safety distance broken only the once. Yeah, truck sim map. So we go back to the main menu. While I have a little slurp, I might drink. Yeah, I never played TSM. I always went, from when I started expanding ETS2, I went Pro Mod. Right. So I do like that music. Anyway, so we'll click start game again. And nothing happens. There we go. No. Okay, so we got as far as Dusseldorf there, didn't we? What about if we went Dusseldorf to shame on this map, you can't see which roads you've driven, really, isn't it? Fancy going to the middle here. Let's go Dusseldorf to Kassel or Kassel. So we start at Dusseldorf, we go there. Or should we go Deutsburg? Hang on, let's do a little bit of a small one, shall we? Deutsburg to Essen and then go to Kassel. How's that? Okay. Coach then, we'll change from the Skyliner. We'll go to the Lions coach with a very old livery on. What other liveries have we got for this one? Have we got the other one? Oh, blimey, that's the very first one. That's slightly broken. Okay, we'll go with that one then, with the Flixbus on the back. I don't think I've actually installed the latest one of this. Oops. Time was set around, how should we go? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So yeah, we'll do this little journey then and see how we go. Drive a different coach, go into the middle of the map. So yeah, talking about truck sim then, obviously don't forget tomorrow night I'm streaming again and we're doing some ETS2 multiplayer. Starting at Aberdeen is the plan. So 7 PM, get a truck to Aberdeen. We're starting at Aberdeen. We're going to work our way down to London first and then go from London to Paris and then Paris maybe up to Berlin or Munich and then see if we can head back up north again. So 7 PM tomorrow night, which is the 30th of May, starting in Aberdeen. That's going to be some fun. Looking forward to that. Hopefully get a few of us there. I've had 3 or 4 people so far, I think, confirmed that they will be there and joining us. So good fun. Before then, though, oh god, hit the microphone. Before then, some more coach travel. I got to remember how to drive this thing. So up some steps. Okay. Get ourselves down. There we go. The good old MAN. Let's start this thing up. Right. So fanfare horn. We don't really need that, do we? Wi-Fi on. Kitchen clearance on. Toilet clearance on. Reading lights on. Passenger lights on. Passenger monitor on. There's only the one of them on this thing. Air conditioning, same aircon unit as the other one. That was handy. Back to that. Activate the announcement. Even the announcement looks old compared to the other other coach. Let's go outside. Open that. Diddle-diddle-doo. I still think this is the only strange bit of this game. It pauses. Wouldn't be so bad if it left the sound running. Okay, so expecting 8 passengers. He wants to buy a ticket.
Ciao, kann ich bei Ihnen ein Ticket kaufen?
Going to Essen. Am I going to Essen? I think I'm going to. I can't remember what I picked. Yeah, it was Essen, Deutsburg, and then the castle, wasn't it?
Ciao.
Not a problem. Phew, I was lucky. You, nice hair.
Ist das gültig?
Is that valid? Yeah,
Danke sehr.
it is. Come back over here to you because you look fairly
Guten
attractive.
Tag. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
You're going to, yeah,
Sehr freundlich.
castle. That's the one. Cassel, castle.
Moin, ich müsste noch ein Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen.
Yeah, I'm not going to Schwerin.
Mein Fehler.
Mahlzeit. Hier mein Ticket.
Castle.
Dankeschön.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi, fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
Wiesbaden. I'm
Oops.
definitely not going to Wiesbaden. That's too. Can you not read the front of the coach, people?
Mahlzeit, bitte sehr.
You're going to Essen.
Danke.
Yeah, see, you got it right. You give us some reading lessons.
Grüezi, hier ist mein Ticket.
You're going to Essen.
Danke.
That's good. You've got a strange hat
Salut,
on.
Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
Duisburg.
Sehr freundlich.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Grüezi, hier ist mein Ticket.
You're going to
Dankeschön.
Duisburg as well. Yeah, that's fine.
Ciao. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
You are
Auf
right there.
geht's.
You can sit down the front with me.
Mahlzeit, mein Ticket.
You're going to Frankfurt Airport. Now, actually, we're really sorry for you because you're in front of the wrong coach.
Oh nö.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, noes. Exactly. Good German to English translation there. So yeah, this is the old livery, different livery that's available on the G Plus page for the coach. But hey ho, I haven't changed it over. Forever the professional, me. Oh, I can do this now, can't I? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Sims and Stuff Flixbus service going to Essen, Duisburg, and Kassel. It does say on the side of the coach, it's a bonus to arrive alive. So if we do arrive alive, then well, it's a bonus, really. If we don't arrive alive, then well, you won't be able to complain about it, will you? Okay. Shut that door. Advance that to a minute before. What's the time we're supposed to leave? 13:54. Advance that to a minute before the thingy. It all goes black. It all comes back. We've got to stop again as well here. Starting it right. Foot brake. No, that's reverse. Forward. Yeah. I must feel at ease after you said that. Oh, definitely. Right, ready?
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack.
Das ist vielleicht eine Schaukelei hier.
Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus.
I did warn her, matey.
Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback.
Ignore that.
About your
Don't
journey.
answer that email.
You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
No, the email comes through. Delete that email. And yeah, I had the same issue there but, a few weeks ago when I recorded the video starting there. Yeah, quick turn off the Wi-Fi. The AI just doesn't move at those junctions. And yeah, slightly mounted the curb. Yeah, turn off the Wi-Fi quick so they can't access their email. It's quite nice actually to be back in. Apart from this is the old livery with the Flixbus bit still sat there. Quite nice to be back in the old MAN coach. You like the Skyliner, but it's nice to be back in here. Okay, so only 24k then from Deutsburg. Then off to the other place. Wow, okay, we've only just left. They could have almost walked. They get on the coach, nice, relaxed. Oh yeah, a little 10-minute journey to Deutsburg. Nope. Get off, traumatised, never wanting to travel by coach ever again.
Können Sie auch geradeaus fahren?
Can you also drive straight? No, not with this lack of force feedback. I can't. Okay, hopefully that map's going to zoom in a bit. How many petrol stations does one town need? Three, apparently, I think is the answer.
Finden Sie nicht, dass Sie ganz schön heizen?
Don't you think it's speeding a lot? Well, no. That lane. Now I'm speeding a normal amount that I speed. Not speeding a lot. It'd be compared to who? Who are you comparing me to with regards to speeding? James Hunt? Speed is relative. Right. Not far from our stop round here then. That was a bit close, wasn't it? Oh, wrong one, that one. Oh, loads of room. Just looked close. That was green. was definitely red. Scumbag lights. Run in circle, no, straight on. Oh look, my logo. Yay! Still think that's really cool that that's in the game. One of only 2 in the game. It does make me feel really, really good. Right. Straight on, yeah. Oh, YOLO. Go, second start, we have a rivet. Don't think anybody died. Nope. Did that? Oh, I did open the door. Yeah, how can I open the... How can that... You're in the way of the... Oh, that's close. Okay, you're just going to... Yeah, just swing your bag around. That's the way to do it. No, I'm trying to get to... Trying to...
Grüezi, hier ist mein Ticket.
You're one of 3 passengers. Yep. What you showing me? Your Instagram? No?
Vielen Dank.
No ticket, okay. You.
Mahlzeit, bin ich hier richtig?
Am I right here? Essen.
Dankeschön.
Yes, you are actually.
Hallo,
You?
das Ticket.
Is it
Bitteschön.
really that warm and bright out here?
Sehr freundlich.
And you want to buy a
Hallo,
ticket?
kann ich bei Ihnen ein Ticket kaufen?
You're not going to look at me while you're buying the... Oh, there we go.
Sehr freundlich.
I said how you're paying for it. How are you paying for... How are you... Oh, okay. No, you're just going to stand by the door. No, that's fine. For those of you who just boarded at... Where are we? Deutsburg. I don't think anybody's dead. If you do see a body roll down the front of the coach, just ignore it. Or ideally just throw it out of the next town. Thank you very much. That woman in the background just knocked over a sign in that case. Right, start right. Okay. Reset track height. There we go. We're already in gear, aren't we? Yes. Release that. And once again, people.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas, and requests. We're always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
And hopefully you arrive alive. Should get one of those cards, the next of kin cards, to give the passengers as they get on. Like you get, go to America, you got to fill out the visa thing on the plane. Oh, you're trying to come to. As you wait, and you just fill this out for me. Just put down who your next of kin is and phone number, and just put that in a little black box at the front of the coach, so in case inevitable happens and or end up going up in a fireball, at least they can retrieve the next of kin, the passengers. We're part of the service. In the event of death, we will notify your family. Thank you for travelling with Sims and Stuff Travel. If we don't get you there alive, we'll inform your family that you're dead. Sounds like quite a good service to me. I'd pay for that. So 39k from Essen, and then on to what will probably be our final stop for the evening. So we'll just keep it to Fernbus this evening, I think, as I didn't put out a Fernbus video this week. Also missed a couple of our normal OMSI videos this week as well. So normal service will be resumed, although in a slightly different format, starting next week. Well, it's coming in 2 days' time, Monday. Well, depends when you're watching this. If you're watching this back on YouTube, starting the 1st of May. Oh God, those were crashing into that post then. Where's my indicator? Wow, another place that's just not very far away. Not quite good, I suppose, for the shortness of journey. Oh, I'm going to crash. Oh, Jesus.
Ungewohnt, wenn alles Kollision hat, nicht?
See, now this happens with the AI. They can't lane change. Because they've got nowhere to go, these lane change markers really need to be further down the road. There we go. Good thing we are coming off here because the road's shut. Thing is, I think we've got to get back on this road though to go to our final destination. Police putting out killer signs again. Yeah, that's the only way out of this town. I think to get where we want to go, we've got to head back that way. We might take another bit of a detour. I can see Deutsburg on the same when the map zooms out. You see where we left, look. Both on the same map. That's pretty close together. Okay, I know the speed limit's going to drop now. There we go. Now the moment I'm speeding.
Warum fahren Sie eigentlich so schnell?
Oh, that was red. It's okay, I'll stop at this one. That'll make up for it. Yeah, so where was the... A quick look at the map. So yeah, we've got to go up there to get to our next place. And the road's shut. So the only way we could do it is to come all the way back down here. What a pain in the backside. See, I like that about this game, but I also don't like that about this game. Come on then. Anytime today. I've got done the wrong one, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, we'll just do a bit of a... Nothing to see here.
Können Sie auch geradeaus fahren?
Also drive straight. La, la, la. Didn't see anything there. Cars parked in the pavement. That's just perfectly normal. Thing is, I don't think that's going to be dynamic enough, that road closure, that if I went back to that junction that it would now be open. I think I'm going to have to go blimey, steering the other way. Actually, hang on, is that showing on the way that H is on the map? It looks like the stop's on the other side of the road. Oh yes, we're down there then. Didn't tell me that, did it? Check in passengers, got to get the other passengers off first. Open the doors. Okay, so those of you that aren't travelling, go away. You.
Guten Tag. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket
Don't want to see
sehen.
your ticket. I'm not going to let you on without seeing your ticket, really, am I? What do you think the chances are that?
Sehr freundlich.
Grüezi, hier mein Ticket.
You're going to Castle.
Danke.
Yeah, that's fine. You got a
Guten
nice...
Tag.
What is
das
that?
Ticket. Bitteschön. Auf geht's.
What are you doing in that bush?
Grüezi. Ist das gültig? Vielen Dank.
Yeah, that's definitely valid.
Hello. Hier mein Ticket.
You're going to Castle.
Vielen Dank.
Okay, is that it? That's it. For those of you that are left and not dead, we're on to our final stop. If you arrive alive, you should be really, really grateful of that, and leave me a rather nice tip down the front here. I'll open up this glove compartment thing here. If you can just put lots of money in there because you arrived alive, That'd be great. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, I didn't stop, didn't I? I've got to stop the next one. Advance the thing to the thing. A 2-hour delay between those two. I think 15:39, 38. 39 depart and arrive there at 60. I don't know. I'm confused. Right. On the thing, that in the thing, and for the final time this evening.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas, and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Yeah, I think I can almost recite that word for word myself now. That's what, 6-7 times you've heard that in the last 2 hours? Right, so I'm going to try and go up the motorway, although I'm pretty sure it's not going to let me, because it's going to be closed. Means I have to come back round and go the other way and hope that the Prat Nav recalculates. Oh, okay, I didn't break enough then. It's pretty much every other red light I'm running. Okay. Yeah, police have blocked the road. So what we'll do...
Ist Ihr Navi kaputt?
is slight U-turn then. We have to go back this way and head north south, or the opposite way to where you want to go anyway. Hopefully we get redirected. Should do, as long as it doesn't try and bring us back up this same road again. We've had in the past where it's taken us down the junction and brought us back where we know it's closed coming the other way. So we've got to go straight. Oh my good god, what the hell's going on there? So we can't come off here, we've got to go straight down. You're back, welcome back, Jack. Point is coming off at this junction because that isn't going to take us anywhere, because we know the road going back the other way is closed. So we've got to carry on to the next junction and in theory do a left. Oh my good god. So yeah, this is the final, back after about an hour and a half delay. The final leg of the journey, the final journey of the stream, when we finally get there. So yeah, we'll leave it with a bit of a Fernbus. Slightly short stream for me this evening, although we're not sure how much longer it's going to take us to actually get to where we want to go. 267 kilometers apparently, because I will be streaming again tomorrow, which I have a feeling will be a longer stream. Provided it's not just me and Jack in ETS2, eh Jack? Like it was last time. Well, I may jump on and onto ETS2 MP when I come off here. I need to try and work out how the CB radio thing works, if I can map it to a button, the actual push to talk type thing of it. I need to have a look at that. Unfortunately, it'd be quite the opposite, as I won't be able to join you. There's not a problem. We've got a couple of people confirmed. Always watch the stream back afterwards. I said it is going to be a regular bank holiday thing. So every Sunday for a bank holiday Monday, which you've got another one in 3 weeks' time. So we'll do it again. So straight on down here. And then around the squiggly bit. 235k to go.
Geht's auch etwas langsamer?
I could drive it slow, only 2 kilometers over the... Wow, that's tight. Okay, that was tighter than I thought it was going to be. And those of you sat on the left-hand side of the coach are now pressed against the glass. Those of you that were sat on the right-hand side of the coach are now sat on the left-hand side of the coach. Okay, 223k. Whoa. I must sort out this steering before I record next week's video in this, because it is so vague. Just no resistance in the steering wheel whatsoever. But hey, it doesn't detract from the enjoyment of the game though. If anybody is watching this live and fancies an hour on ETS2 MP when I finish the stream, then I will jump in the ETS2 MP voice chat after the stream and then leap into the game. Obviously, if you're watching this back on YouTube, then join us in Discord to interact with us when we're not, when I'm not streaming or recording stuff for YouTube. A few people now posting stuff. We've got ETS2 section, an OMSI section, Fernbus section, a farming section, which gets used a lot at the moment, for text and voice as well. We use the voice a lot when I'm joined by other people on the streams, but we also use the voice when we're in Farm Sim together. We use Discord. I don't know, speeding towards a police checkpoint, do I? Not ideal. Okay, I've got all the equipment on this coach then. Reflective vest, strapped up passengers. 8 of them, yeah, and the taco is there. Correctamundo, let's go. $186k to go. I'm speeding. No, it's all relative. It's all good. Could we not? Oh, I'm guessing it would have taken us the shortest route. I'm just thinking whether we could have not gone north from here. I'll just stick with the route we've got. 180k now. How do you access MP voice chat? Is that why you play ETS2 MP or just MP application? No, I've got an ETS2 MP voice section of the Discord group. Discord page. But this evening I'll jump in there, where tomorrow night a few of us will be, but I don't want to overload that, so I want to actually see what the CB is like. It'll be quite fun, I think, to talk to each other over the CB. Because the problem with, if you can't listen to me live in Discord, then if you're trying to listen through the stream, you'll get that 10-20 second delay before reacting. So I want to see if the CB in-game is usable. Well, it does cover quite a 500 to 600 miles apparently. So you could be having a conversation over the CB, and then everyone else in the game can hear, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it's quite a big map. But if we all jump in Discord voice chat, then at least we can talk to each other. That then goes out over the stream, which is fine, but I don't really want to overload that with too many people because you just get loads of people chatting. So we'll see. Yeah, there's an ETS2 MP voice section, voice channel in the Sims and Stuff Discord server, so I will jump in there after I finish this. Obviously only useful if you're watching this live, but useful for the next bank holiday if you're watching this on YouTube and you play ETS2 and you fancy joining us for the next bank holiday, and get yourself over to the Discord server, which you can link through from the Google Plus page. 145k to go. We'll be a lane hogger. We'll stick out here. Oh, I'm guessing you can't. Can you not access the ETS2 MP one then, Jack? I've just seen you appear in the general one. Perhaps I need to unlock the ETS2 MP one. Very keen. Right, 126k. Wow, these cars speeding a bit, really. One nice straight road. Hopefully none of this is closed down here. I suppose, yeah, I was thinking it's only 100k limit for me. It was 120 for everybody else, or now 80. And cue the moaning. Which didn't work. Actually, yeah, I might see. Actually, I might do the ETS2 MP tomorrow. It's time now. I think 9:15. But we'll see. I'll be spending a few hours in it tomorrow. Oh, lag. Yeah, I might just set it up tomorrow. And learn it, oh, excuse me, learn it on the fly, that's why. So I come over all tired. Right, 99 kilometers to go. So yeah, normal service will be resuming next week on the videos, although slight change. I'm actually going to try and reduce the quantity of videos, but try and put a bit more thought into the quality of the videos that I'm putting out now. So from the 1st of May, just as a trial anyway, a slight change to the schedule. Going to be 2 OMSI videos a week on a Monday and a Wednesday, and Fernbus is moving to Friday from Thursday, so Fernbus Friday, and so content on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then anything new that I get to look at or trial will appear at the weekend. Not sure about editing the videos, Jack, but I want to put a bit more time and effort into setting up something on Google Plus so that I can link the buses I use in OMSI, link the maps I use in OMSI. Make sure with each video then I can actually spend the time to put the descriptions correctly, that I can link the Discord server, the Google Plus page, the skins for Fernbus in the video description as well, so that when I'm putting out the videos and putting out the content, that it's correct, and I can put a bit more thought into the maps I'm using for OMSI, rather than just trying which happens some weeks that I'm just putting out a video because I have to put out a video. had a few sort of things go on this week that meant I couldn't put out the 3 videos Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that I normally do, but it's actually made me realise that perhaps I am putting out too much content. I follow people on YouTube that put out daily videos, and when they put out a long video I get to a point where I can't watch them because I haven't got enough time to watch someone's content when they're putting out half an hour a day. And although my content is mixed, it's, you know, it's train sim and transport sim and 3 OMSI videos and a Fernbus and a new sim game on a Saturday, then me streaming that goes out on a Sunday. If anybody did want to watch all the content, who's going to have that much time? So yeah, I'm going to try just cutting it back slightly and trying to just improve things, which gives me a bit of time then, which I haven't had the last few weeks, or certainly the last month or so, where when I haven't been on Farm Sim, which has pretty much taken over my life, I've been recording content or on Twitch, obviously when I'm not working as well, and that's all I've been doing. So I've pretty much been sort of mentally drained, which came to a point where I just couldn't create any content this week. So yeah, I just want to sort of cut it back a little bit. It may be that in a few weeks' time I'll ramp it back up again, but quality rather than quantity, hopefully. Right, here we come then, heading towards the final stop of the evening, and then don't forget we're back tomorrow evening for what will be a lot longer stream, I should imagine, knowing ETS2, and hopefully people that I know will be joining me. Rimwood's hoping to be here. Tux is hoping to make a comeback and join us, and I think there have been 2 more that have mentioned through Google Plus that will be joining. So if we can get half a dozen of us together, that'll be a bit of fun, I think. Starting in Aberdeen. Right, left to Kassel, however you're pronouncing it. Yeah, well, been a few accidents along the way, all of them my fault. So I started out in a Skyliner, which was really nice, ended up in the MAN. Oh god, that was a lamppost. What I do like about this coach compared to the Skyliner, which obviously the Skyliner you've got a floor above you, is the fact that you can look all the way up there. So when you're out at traffic lights, you can just look up. Whereas a Skyliner, you can't see because you've got a floor above you. Right, straight over here. Just about catching the lights. Wasn't for the world's longest delay in the gearbox. There we go. Actually, it's quite nice to be driving in an auto. So I drove ETS2 last night, and driving manual is great. But from a stream point of view, it's just one less thing to worry about. So I think tomorrow night, don't tell anybody, I might be in auto mode. I just mount the curb slightly and drive over past him. We're going straight on, which is all good. This game does look really, really smart. I've said this pretty much every time I play it. It's so, so nice. we'll stay in this lane because we've got to turn right down here. We arrive at our final destination.
Ich krieg hier noch eine Thrombose.
I forgot to... Oh my god! Oh god, don't drive into him again. Yeah, I forgot to take the brake, didn't I? Just been rammed by a coach. How's he driving off? I stopped for that police check. I didn't actually stop to take the brake. Oh well. We're here now. One of these lanes. That one.
Wann kommt der nächste Rastplatz?
When is the next rest place coming? We're here.
Überpünktlich. Das ist ja kaum zu glauben.
Exactly. Whatever he said. Okay, it's going to give him... I could map a key, couldn't I, to give him their luggage, but... means I get to get out. Stretch my legs. There you go. Grab your luggage. Bugger off. No, I said bugger... No, okay, grab your luggage and stand there. Oh, no, that's the doors. There we go. Are we left on board? Dead bodies lying around anywhere? The light's quite bright, isn't it?
Machen wir auch mal Pause?
Are we making a rest? There's nobody on the coach. Why are they still complaining about taking a break? Even outside going, we didn't take a break. There we go. I pop this thing back into neutral. That. And turn the engine off. And let's see. Oh, yeah, we didn't take the break there, did we? Let's see how we did then. We're now 420. So we have jumped up the leaderboard. So 420, we are getting there. Top 100, yeah, we're not going to get to that score. Considering I'm at, what, 22,870. And that's a lot more than that. Friends list, Alan Sherwood, 165,000. I'm at 22,000. Tux is at 15,000. Mike Bergdahl's at 10,000. Followed very closely by Chris Brown at 10,000. Johnny Rotten at 1,186. And Jack at 701. You should be ashamed of yourself, Jack. Tut, 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 tut. That's almost like I've done one journey and not played it since. So there we go then. So slightly shorter stream from me this evening. It will be a longer one tomorrow night when we have a fair few hours of some ETS2 MP. If you're watching this now or watching this when it goes live tomorrow on YouTube, get a truck to Aberdeen for tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and you can join me and a few others where we head from Aberdeen down to London, across to Paris, and then who knows where after that. More information will be in the Google Plus page tomorrow morning. You've done 5 routes, just ruined Germany in the process. Fair play. So there we go then. That is me done for the evening. So yeah, just slightly shorter stream. I normally do 3 hours, 2.5. Well, it's close. We'll make up for it tomorrow, I'm sure. There we go. And thanks to Jack, AD, Gaz, and those of you that have commented and have watched. I will catch you all tomorrow evening.